As a child, I was always looking around at the world and trying to determine what was missing and what was needed, how things could be better. I've always wanted to push boundaries, so I've been drawn to outside of the box type of solutions. And I've always looked to combine elements that maybe aren't normally combined. And so I think it's part of my nature. I very much have been aware of this theme of balance, and I felt naturally inside of us all, I think there's this growing awareness that there's something off. When you see homeless people in the streets, something's wrong about that. Something doesn't feel, right. You see institutions that are serving themselves, not the will of the people. And there is the potential that if we continue to let the process of centralization and these centralized institutions take that power from us, then there's a huge risk of going even further off balance. So this is a moment where our choice needs to be made. We need to put into position a system that supports the will of the collective. The entire mission of what we're doing with Das is to spread prosperity by creating a system that is perpetually in balance. We've created an ecosystem where all the elements for creating, storing, and exchanging value are in this symbiotic relationship and allows for an immense amount of value to be created and for that value to be distributed in a very equitable manner among the participants of the system. I feel that technology is really what's enabling this paradigm shift, but we can't lose our humanity in the process. And so what we've tried to do with the Das ecosystem is combine the best elements of what the technology can do with the great elements about us as people and who we are. And that's really what this whole enterprise is about, is experimenting with that combination of technology and people in ways that are in alignment with where we need to go to reach that full potential. I think that we are going to create an amazing new direction for the world to travel. I believe that the ecosystem has been established and is now primed to grow in a myriad of ways. And all of these are reinforcing directions that will bring out the full potential of who we are as a people. And so, yeah, I think the future is extremely bright, and I'm very pleased that we're on this path. Now we just need to have more and more people see what we see and come with us to where we're going.
I'm Lim Soon Hock. I'm the independent and non-executive director on the board of DasCoin. I was the vice president and managing director of Compact Computer Asia Pacific, who took the company from under 30 million to $1 billion in arguably the most difficult market in the world. I came from a poor family. Although we were poor, we were better off than many of our neighbors. And my parents were very generous. Those days, we tend to cook extra food that we share with our neighbors. And I guess that's where I pick up the value of giving. And when I got to know about DasCoin, I was quite motivated and impressed by the larger objective of trying to spread prosperity and wealth to more people. And I think cryptocurrency, when properly managed, would help serve that 2.5 billion people in the world who are today not being served by banks. When we can build our network of trust for transactions of assets to be carried out, then I think the chances for DasCoin to become the mainstream currency would be very high. There is really a need to put trust as in the epicenter of the DasCoin ecosystem. I don't think there's any other cryptocurrency operator out there talking about it. That to me is the most important determinant of how successful a cryptocurrency will become. It is going to empower people with the democracy to manage their own transactions and in a way help them to unlock more value from the assets that they own and not limit transactions to just within their own national boundaries, but cryptocurrencies through blockchain technology would actually open up the entire world. What DasCoin has been able to do is assemble a team of very capable people to execute the vision well. And when that is achieved, you don't have to worry about business success. It comes as a natural outcome. There isn't any other competitor out there that is close to what we are trying to do today.
My name is Ebert Wedekind. From education point of view, I'm a computer science guy, and from there on I moved into industries. And I worked actually for two companies, the German Linde Group and the Volvo Group. So altogether, I mean, it's more than 2 decades in 10 different roles and out of 4 or 5 different countries. And the latest position was a deputy CEO of Volvo Construction Equipment. And since a couple of quarters, I've been a member of the DasCoin board. And what I liked is the technology aspect. I love the fact that we're having a global business with Das. I think when you look at the management team or now the board is so many backgrounds. And I am a strong believer that diverse teams bring better results or better decisions after good discussion. I consider blockchain as a database and the platform for so many good things. When you look at all the application you can do, combining finance and technology, many industries will see quite a dramatic change. I find this quite fascinating. And of course, on the FinTech side, you can do things better for the consumer. My son worked in London over the summer, and they asked him to open a bank account. And he had to go 4 times to the bank and, fill in so many forms. I just feel that with the blockchain and digital money, I think you can do things so much quicker and easier. I'm a strong believer in digital currency, bringing finance opportunities to the unbanked, via mobile phones and things like that. I think they make then the whole thing human. I definitely think the vision is very strong. We're not trying to throw a coin on the market, but we're trying to build a complete digital asset system, trying to learn from other initiative or other concept and trying to merge the best elements of it, the best of a decentralized, completely decentralized system and the best of a more centralized and having a hybrid. I think that lies, so to say, in the original design of DasCoin. I believe that in the end there will be quite a massive shakeout among all the participants in the market, and I think the ones that have a strength in execution will succeed, and that's the hope and the ambition that DasCoin in the end will be part of this group. It's not an easy journey, but that makes it even more fulfilling when you're part of something that ultimately succeeds.
My name is Augustine Vinh. I'm from Vietnam. I've been with DasCoin since September as the newest board member. I started my career as a social worker. I worked 4 years in Africa. It came to the point that, without any financial support, I cannot be part of any community. I was at the World Bank for a long time. I see the inequalities. I see the income gap between rich and poor countries. I see poor people, intelligent people, but they don't have opportunities. The things that motivates me is the social equality. You talk about an environment that people live happily with themselves. To do that, I have to have some tools. And I decided that I have to make money. I have to go into business. And I built my career and built my portfolios, and I became successful. And I was offered a position in the White House in the 80s. After years, I became a professor of management. I returned to Vietnam about 20 years ago to start teaching executive programs for Vietnam CEO. In addition, I advise the government on cryptocurrencies. I look at DasCoin as a real opportunity to give me that kind of freedom to help people. In the past, we have a BC revolution, and we have the internet, now we have blockchain. And blockchain is going to be the new platform for everything. Very soon, we're going to have about 1 million people involved in blockchain in Vietnam. Soon we'll see new regulations, new policies allowing Vietnamese to prosper and advance. DasCoin is one of the few coins I spend my time to study, to learn. And then what I like best is a hybrid between centralized and decentralized, because the government is very leery about decentralized coins and system. So once you decide to bring a coin in and you want to connect to the current system, the existing system, you create some sort of chemistry, harmony between the outside world and then what's inside. And then you build some kind of credibility to the system. In order to grow, in order to prosper and to advance, you have to bring in new technology. That's what I like about DasCoin. When I was a student, they were talking about using MasterCard and Visa. At that time, nobody believes in MasterCard and Visa. Look at today, credit cards are everywhere. So who knows? And in the near future and in the distant future, blockchain will change everything. And our life will be very different. DasCoin allows people to repay to society without any restrictions. They can do a lot of work to help people. I'm very confident, I'm very excited about the future with DasCoin and with our Vietnamese brothers and sisters.
I'm Anna Heika, and I'm a board member of DasCoin. As long as I remember, I wanted to make an impact. My dream when I was in kindergarten was to write books which are going to make the world better. And my first book I wrote when I was 6 years old. I printed it in 11 copies. So right now I run a venture capital fund. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have founded 20 companies. I'm a commercial banker. I'm an investment banker. I was nominated the Business Angel of the Year by the European Business Angel Association. I am a global leader for tomorrow, awarded this title by the World Economic Forum in Davos. I'm an advisor. I get involved in helping the decision makers in Poland to create a better ecosystem for innovation and entrepreneurship. So things like roundtables with the presidents of Poland, with the finance ministry, with the Ministry of Higher Education, Science, Ministry of Development. One of the things that attracted me to DasCoin is that it's not just one thing, it's an ecosystem. You have several companies, each doing different things, but they're all synergistic and lever off each other. And that makes it very powerful. The ability to create different companies that are so synergistic, that's all very, very exciting. The growth is amazing, the momentum is amazing because of the amazing people that create DasCoin, that are part of the ecosystem, that make it grow. Transparency is incredibly important. Being able to have an authenticated user base is going to make sure that the system is going to be more stable, more credible, more responsible. I believe people jump into DasCoin because it gives them freedom to do what they want to do, gives them satisfaction of achieving success, gives them financial freedom because they can make money while they're doing something they love. It empowers them. It creates community. It creates friendship. You can count on other people. And emotionally, every single human being needs to feel that he or she is part of something bigger. And we deliver that. So right now, my mission is to make sure that the incredibly smart people, incredibly passionate and incredibly hardworking people get all the support they need to create something very special, something which will become global, disruptive, and impactful. I love empowering people to fulfill their dreams, and I do everything that it takes to make it a reality.